following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, hi, hello, and welcome to the FM tournament here at Starion Bank Field. Eric Johnson with Magnitude Sports, and we'd like to thank you for joining us today from wherever you may be, as it should promise to be another great day for baseball. Game one of the FM tournament on our hands. It's the Post 400 Stars taking on Tri-City Red. One of two games today at Starion. First pitch scheduled for this one at 2:30, and second one will be scheduled at 7:30. I say two games, actually two games for Post 400. And we'll be bringing you coverage of Post 400 all tournament long at the FM tournament, as I believe the Stars are scheduled to take on the Southeast Twins, and they will be playing the Southeast Twins tonight at 7:30. And then they'll have two games tomorrow as well. The times for those games, 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock, and both of those can be found on Magnitude Sports and at Starion Bank Field. Your local time here, 2:24, about 6 minutes away from the first pitch. A few players getting some practice swings in for the Stars. We have our lineups in. We'll wait for the PA announcer to do opening introductions here as a few clouds roll in. It's another windy day here, as it seems to be the theme of this week. If you tuned into the soccer game, the Dakota Fusion against Duluth FC last night on Magnitude, then you'd have heard me talk a lot about the wind in that game too. And I was watching Coach Bryant for the Stars take some fungo for infield, and when he was hitting the ball, it was having a difficult time getting out to some of the fielders due to the wind really blowing back in his face. So that'll be something to monitor throughout this game. But taking a look at our schedule, of course, I mentioned the coverage of the FM tournament. You've also got some more soccer coming up tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Yours truly will be back at Jim Goda Stadium. And it'll be the WPSL. It'll be the women's team, the Dakota Fusion, as they have their final home game of the season. It's a busy, busy time here at Magnitude. A lot of baseball going on, some soccer, and looking forward to bringing you more coverage as we turn it into July, as it is the last day of June. Hard to believe, already June 30th. But July starting tomorrow. These Legion teams getting near the mid-season point, as it feels like we've been about a little over a month and a half into our coverage now. We'll take a look at the forecast here while we have the chance. Current temperature 77 degrees with that 19-mile-per-hour wind blowing. And it looks to be getting a little bit hotter. It'll peak at about 82 at 5 o'clock before cooling back down and settling in the low 70s for the evening. Should be sunny and clear. Some clouds in the blue sky, but nothing too bad. And of course, we shouldn't have any rain to worry about, and I'm looking ahead to tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday, and it looks like the biggest chance that we'll have at rain is a few showers at 5 a.m. on Saturday, so hopefully we can keep that going. Of course, if any of you are in the Fargo-Moorhead area, you might have been awoken by some of the vicious storms that rolled through last night. I know I certainly was. A lot of loud thunder and some lightning. Now about 4 minutes away from the first pitch, umpires meeting at the plate with the coaches for both these teams. We'll take a look That's some housekeeping stuff for Magnitude. You can find the complete season schedule for your favorite team on our station's website right now, as well as Magnitude's full broadcast schedule. Simply visit magnitudesn.com. And you can join us on YouTube for a lot of cool perks. Get a free t-shirt and member benefits. And if you subscribe, it's 100% free, and you can click the bell and set the notification settings to all, some, or none. You can also check us out on various social media platforms such as Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll take you back down to the field now, as it looks like just a few things are being chatted over. Lineup cards being exchanged. We'll take a very quick break and be right back with opening introductions. After this, it's Tri-City and Post 400 on Magnitude Sports. Opening action of the FM tournament right after.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, we'll bring it back to Starion Bank Field live from Fargo, North Dakota. I'd like to take the chance to thank a few of our sponsors: Sean Carlson, Town & Country Credit Union, Close Mentor, Signorama, Goldmark Commercial Real Estate, Gotta Go Driving School, and Custom Express Car Wash. And of course, we'd like to thank those sponsors as we'll take it down to the field for introductions and starting lineups.
Jim Pete, Fargo Moorhead Invitational. In game one today at Starion Bank Field, feature the visitors on the scoreboard, the Tri-City Red, and the home team, the Post 400 Stars. Here's starting lineups for the first game of the tournament. First for the visitors, the Tri-City Red. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 4, Connor Shervani. Batting second at third base, number 2, Cooper Kleppe. Batting third, doing the pitching, number 5, Tanner Heyman. Batting fourth in center field, number 6, Leo Fleischacher. Batting fifth at catcher, number 17, Maddox Bolska. Batting sixth in right field, number 14, Blaine Bennett. Batting seventh in left field, number 18, Brandon Cook. Batting eighth at first base, number 11, Jack Henrich. And batting ninth at second base, number 10, Jack Kelly. Tri-City is coached by Bo Lovedahl. Now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Post 400 Stars. Leading off, playing second base, number 6, Matt Bryant. Batting second in right field, number 9, Chayton Sen. Batting third at shortstop, number 2, Easton Rarick. Batting fourth at first base, number 10, Drew Rarick. Batting fifth, doing the catching, number 20, Hayden Crescent. Batting sixth, designated hitter, number 12, Grant Matters. Batting seventh at third base, number 15, Eli Mock. Batting eighth in center field, number 3, Oliver Luck. And batting ninth in left field, number 7, Joe Fryer. On the mound for Post 400, number 19, Logan Sullivan. Let's play ball. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, well, there you have it. Those are your starting lineups for the Reds and the Stars. About ready to get started as Logan Sullivan will take the bump. Sullivan warming up, one of the regular starters here for the Stars, and we'll see what he has in store here today as the time is now 2:31, about ready for the first pitch. It's the Reds and the Stars on Magnitude Sports, Game 1 of the FM tournament. And we'll go around the diamond for those of you that might just be joining us, and we'll give you lineups as well. Sullivan on the mound, Hayden Crescent, the catcher, Drew Rarick over at first, Matt Bryant at second base, Easton Rarick at shortstop, Eli Mock over at third base, and then the outfield from right to left, Chayton Sen, Oliver Lucht, and Job Fryer. And the lineup for the Tri-City Red is going to be Connor Shervani leading off, Cooper Kleppe batting second, Tanner Heyman batting third, Leo Fleischacker batting fourth, Maddox Folska batting fifth, Lane Bennett batting sixth, Brandon Cook batting seventh, Jake Henrich batting eighth, and batting ninth, Jack Kelly. So these are your starting lineups, as well as how the Stars shape up across the diamond. One of 4 different sites for the FM tournament. Young Field out in West Fargo, Matson Field out in Moorhead, and then the 2 Fargo sites, Jack Williams Stadium and Starry on Bank Field. Should be a fun weekend of baseball here. I see weekend, it is Thursday, but it's close enough, as this one will carry all the way into Sunday. And we're about ready to get it started, as it's going to be Connor Shervani. Shervani over at shortstop today for Tri-City. Sullivan from the windup. First pitch of the tournament, and it's taken high for ball 1, and we're underway at the FM tournament. 1-0 pitch on the way, and Sullivan finds the zone to even the count. Shervani, Kleppe, and Heyman, the 3-2 up, and Tanner Heyman will be the starting pitcher for Tri-City. 1-1 taken for a ball. Tri-City hailing from New Brighton, Minnesota, just outside of St. Paul, over near Blaine. Making the trip all the way out here to the FM area, as Sullivan's fastball catches the lower part of the zone to even the count. It's technically an international tournament too, as we have a team from Manitoba participating. Sullivan gets him swinging for strike 3. First out of the game, and it's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Logan Sullivan.
Batting second for Tri-City, third baseman number 2, Cooper Kleppe.
Brings up Cooper Kleppe. And for those following Magnitude's coverage of baseball, we actually saw Manitoba take on, Winnipeg. Winnipeg in Manitoba, as it's fouled off. 0-1 the count to Kleppe. But we saw them take on West Fargo over at Young Field. That won the home opener for Magnitude in their coverage of the West Fargo Patriots, and the Patriots will be participating in this tournament as well. Their game over at Young Field. Foul ball makes the count 0-1 to Kleppe. Oh, 1 pitch, and an off-speed pitch getting Kleppe to swing for strike 2. Sullivan got a strikeout for the first out, and he's 1 pitch away from strikeout number 2. 0-2, and he got him. Back-to-back Buffalo Wild Wings strikeouts for Logan Sullivan. It's 2 up and 2 down. And it brings up the pitcher, Tanner Heyman.
Pitcher number 5, Tanner Heyman.
Quick start to this one for Sullivan and the Stars. Heyman will look to be the first base runner of the game for Tri-City. Sullivan's first pitch, that one cranked down the line and foul. That one exploding off of his bat, but couldn't quite keep it in the park. And it's an 0-1 count. Next pitch will be pitch number 10 for Sullivan. 0-1. Off speed up high to even the count. Seven strikes and 3 balls making up the 10 pitches for Sullivan. Breaking ball, that one cranked and staying fair as it carries out towards the left field wall, at the wall, and it's gone. Tanner Heyman with a haymaker, and it opens the scoring. Solo shot, and Tri-City takes the lead. How about that? Even with the wind whipping its way through, Heyman got a hold of the first pitch he saw, getting a hold of the third one, and that one leaving the park. Brings up Leo Fleischacker. cleanup man. Base is empty with 2 away, and what is now a 1-0 ball game, and he takes it the other way as the wind keeps it just from leaving towards the outfield as Bryant makes the catch for out number 3. So that's going to do it for the top of the first. 1 run on the home run, and it's Tri-City Red taking the lead over the Post 400 Stars 1-0. Back with the bottom of the first right after this on Magnitude Sports.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, we're back live from Starry on Bank Field, Fargo, North Dakota. It's the FM tournament on Magnitude Sports. 1-0 your score, Tri-City Red, with 1 run in the top of the first off of the solo home run by the man you see warming up right now, Tanner Heyman. Heyman will be getting the start, and he'll be taking on the top of the order for the Stars, and Matt Bryant, Chayton Sen, and Easton Rarick. Here is your lineup for these Stars. Matt Bryant leading off, Chayton Sen hitting second, Easton Rarick third, Drew Rarick fourth, Hayden Crescent fifth, Grant Matter sixth, Eli Mock seventh, Oliver Lucht eighth, and Job Fryer rounding out the lineup batting ninth.
Matt Bryant.
So here is Matt Bryant, the mainstay at the leadoff spot. We saw Bryant pitch a few days ago, that one against West Fargo at Starion, over at his normal home second base for game 1. First pitch of the game from Heyman, and Bryant hits that one on the ground over towards short, and that one is going to get by as Bryant will be safe over at first. 1 up and 1 on for the Stars.
Batting second for Post 400. Right fielder number 9, Chayton Sen.
Brings up Chayton Sen as that will be officially scored as an error. Sen with 1 on and 0 outs. Easton Rarick in the on-deck circle. We'll see back-to-back Rarick action here today. First pitch, line shot out towards left field and dropping for a base hit. Getting by Cook, rolling all the way to the wall. Bryant is digging for third, and Bryant's going to be waved home. Heading home to try and score the tying run, and he's in standing up. It's an RBI double for Chayton Sen, and just like that, it's 1-1.
Batting third for Post 400. Shortstop number 2, Easton Rarick.
That brings up Easton Rarick, and what a quick start to this game. In a matter of moments already tied up, 1 run apiece. Of course, those just joining, there was a home run in the top of the first by the pitcher Tanner Heyman. Sends double out to a similar area where the home run ball landed, bringing home Bryant for the first run of the game for Post 400. Rarick has Sen over at second as he takes the first pitch for a ball. 1-0. And that one cranked out towards the gap in left center. That one carrying out near the wall and dropping for a base hit. Sen is going to be waved home, and just like that, Easton Rarick breaking the deadlock, and the Stars take the lead 2-1. Back-to-back doubles for Post 400.
Batting fourth for Post 400. First baseman number 10, Drew Rarick.
And it brings up Drew Rarick. Drew has Easton over at second with 0 outs. 2 hits and 2 errors officially here in the bottom of the first. First pitch on the way to Drew Rarick, and a big chop for strike 1. 8 minutes into this one, and already a lot of offense, even with the wind whipping its way through the park. Sullivan checking on the runner, Rarick. Rarick taking off for third. Throw on the way from Folska. Rarick sliding in, and he's out. Gunned down over at third, and there's your first out of the inning. Nice throw by Maddox Folska. Of course, when you hear the name Maddox, you usually think of pitching, not catching. Thinking, of course, of the great Greg Maddox. 1-1. That one tapped awkwardly off the bat of Rarick. Rarick digging over for first, and the throw on the way for out number 2. Little bouncer over towards the middle of the infield, and it brings up Hayden Crescent.
The catcher, number 20, Hayden Crescent.
Base is empty for Crescent with 2 away. Of course, Greg Maddox, a Hall of Fame pitcher with 4 Cy Youngs, best known for his time with the Cubs and Braves. But fun fact, he also actually played for the Dodgers and Padres. And there's a term in baseball that's named after him. That's called the Maddox. And that is where a starting pitcher gets a complete game shutout in less than 100 pitches. Something that he accomplished many, many times in his illustrious career, as Crescent grounds that one over towards first, and Henrich picks it on the hop and puts his foot on the bag for out number 3. So that's going to do it for the first inning. 2-1 your score. The Stars taking the lead off a couple of hits and a couple of errors. 2-1 as we head towards the top of the second. Good game here, explosive start, and we're back with more after this on Magnitude Sports.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
And we're back. Live coverage here. Eric Tiongson with Magnitude Sports at the FM tournament. It's the Post 400 Stars and Tri-City Red 2-1 after 1 inning of play, with the Stars up on top after a couple of doubles striking in the bottom of the first, and of course the home run for Tri-City in the top. For Logan Sullivan in the first inning, 12 total pitches, 9 strikes and 3 balls as they'll face off against the catcher Maddox Folska. Folska, of course, getting one of those outs in the bottom of the first with a nice throw over towards third, gunning down Easton Rarick trying to steal the bag. First pitch, Folska swinging on, going into the hole is Rarick as that one bounces around, and Folska's going to be safe over at first. And that wind that we keep talking about maybe making an impact there, as that ball is going to be very difficult to grab here today. Brings up Lane Bennett. Bennett has 1 on with 0 outs. Sullivan from the stretch, his pitch taken outside for a ball. Interestingly enough, this is the first time Sullivan has worked from the stretch in this game, despite 1 run up on the board, of course, that being the solo home run. So this technically the first runner on base for Tri-City. Of course, a home run counts towards on-base percentage as you reach safely. But you don't remain on base, hence home run, you're running towards home. English is fun sometimes as the pitch comes in and is taken outside for ball 3. 3-0 to Lane Bennett with Brandon Cook in the on-deck circle. Sullivan's pitch, fastball, and that one taken for strike 1. Decent turnout here. especially for such the early start. Of course, a lot of people still over at work or any other commitments they might have as Sullivan tries to battle back into the count. Now a full count at 3-2 to Lane Bennett, and our first full count of the game. Payoff pitch, survey says outside for ball 4, and Bennett will walk. It's 2-on. Of course, just browsing around here at some of the people here at Starion, I have a suspicion that there is a scout in the building. He's wearing a polo shirt that seems to indicate no supportage for either team, and he's got a nice little notebook setup going on too. So I can only imagine that he's here taking a look at some of the premier talent in the Midwest as bunt will be shown and pulled back in time for ball 1. Brandon Cook in the box. Fulska over at second, Bennett over at first for Cook. That last pitch, number 20 for Logan Sullivan. And a chance here for Tri-City to try and get the lead back or tie it up. As Cook shows bunt again. Drew Rarick charging in over from first base. The pitch missing outside for ball 2. I can see him now writing away, taking notes on the events on the field. Bunt shown again. That one dropped over towards Rarick at first. Rarick firing from his knees as that throw goes by Bryant, and now taking off for home is going to be Fulska. And just like that, it's back to a tie game, 2-2.
Batting eighth for Tri-City, first baseman number 11, Jack Henrich.
Brings up Jack Henrich. Henrich has 2 in scoring position with 0 outs. Tri-City tying up the game and now in a very good spot to maybe get the lead back. 15 minutes into this one, already 4 runs on the board as that one is popped up way up towards the outfield. And charging in from right field is Chayton Sen, runner tagging, throw on the way from Sen, and he's got him! What a throw by Chayton Sen, a double play. Two down now. Cook will hold up over at second.
Baseman number 10, Jack Kelly.
Brings up the number 9 hitter, Jack Kelly. First pitch to Kelly, and he takes for a ball, 1-0. Talk a lot about the defensive prowess of Chayton Sen out and right, making a lot of great catches, and you can add a nice throw to his highlight reel now too. Outfield assist from right as Sullivan's pitch is taken high for ball 2. And that's an important throw because it keeps the score at 2-2 with now 2 down. Tri-City looking like they were primed to get the lead back, and that one's going to be flied out towards Sen, who drifts on in and makes the catch for out number 3. So Chayton Sen responsible for all 3 outs here in the top of the second, as one is going to be left on for Tri-City Red. They tie the game back up 2-2 your score as we head towards the bottom of the second inning. And we'll be right back with more baseball FM tournament on Magnitude Sports. Don't go anywhere.
Signarama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signarama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signarama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signarama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the second about to get started between Tri-City Red and the Post 400 Stars. 2-2 your score as Grant Manor will dig into the batter's box. For Tanner Heyman, the starting pitcher, in the first inning, 8 total pitches for him, 2 balls and 6 strikes. 18 minutes into the ball game. First pitch to Matter, and he takes for strike 1. Grant Matter, Eli Mock, and Oliver Luck to the 3-2 up. That pitch in for strike 2. Heyman working with an 0-2 count. From the windup. Pitch on the way, hit the other way, carrying out towards right field and dropping foul. Matter gets a piece of it and stays alive. And he'll settle back in. Here's another 0-2 pitch. And he got him! Strike 3. Tanner Heyman with a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for your first out of the inning.
Batting 7th for post 400. Third baseman, number 15, Eli Mock.
That'll be the first strikeout of the game for Heyman as it brings up Eli Mock. Mock over at third base and batting 7th today. Base is empty with 1 away. First pitch and Mock takes outside and low. One-0. Fastball, that one catching the bottom corner for strike 1. Heyman painting the corners. That pitch hit the other way, down the line and dropping just foul. Mock nearly taking him the other way, but he'll have to trot back to the box with a 1-2 count. And it's interesting seeing a lot of those foul balls out towards the right field line. Of course, the wind, at least if the flags are to be believed, is blowing from right to left. 1-2, and maybe that's why there's a lot of close calls. And a close call right there as Mock is able to lay off. Good patience by the third baseman. He's got an even count at 2. Heyman from the windup. That one missing outside as well. Full count to Eli Mock. Oliver Luck scheduled to hit next. Payoff pitch, survey says. Foul ball. One catching an awkward part, almost of the bat handle it looks like. But Mock does get a piece and he's able to stay alive. Here's another 3-2. Breaking ball and it's taken for ball 4. Mock will walk. 1 on with 1 down for Oliver Luck.
Center fielder number 3, Oliver Luck.
Luck batting 8th out in center field. Mock over at first. Job Fryer in the on-deck circle. Fryer representing the bottom of the order for the Stars. First pitch to Luck from Heyman. Fastball catching the zone for strike 1. Of course, Luck batting 8th. Also number 8 on the scorecard, at least as far as positioning goes. Those that follow baseball closely know how the numbering system works for positions. 0-1 pitch to Luck, and he takes for a ball. Of course, one interesting thing, if you look at a scorecard, is the shortstop is listed as 6 on the scorecard. A lot of the other positions make sense. Pitcher at 1, catcher at 2, first base at 3, etc. But shortstop at 6 instead of 5. 1-1 fouled off. And the reason for that is because the shortstop originally was more of a rover position out in the outfield. You see that in softball sometimes, before eventually being put in to stop the ball short from coming into the outfield, hence the name shortstop, and that's why they're number 6 on the scorecard instead of number 5. As Heyman will check the runner Mock over at first. Just another fun little baseball nugget for you watching at home. In case you didn't know, I learned that this week for sure. 1-2 pitch, Luck pops it up, carrying out towards the foul territory near the Tri-City dugout, and it's going to be caught for out number 2. Nice catch there by Cooper Kleppe. Mock holding up over at first. It's 2 down now for Job Fryer. Fryer representing the bottom of the order. Leadoff man Matt Bryant on deck. So course, Kleppy then, using that knowledge, would be listed at number 5 on the scorecard. The lefty Fryer settles in with 2 down and 1 on. Heyman will check the runner once again. Now the first pitch on the way to Fryer, who takes high and away for ball 1. It's pretty nice uniforms for Tri-City Red. Of course, their hat has a very familiar looking logo on it as well. Of course, TC could mean Twin Cities, as well as Tri-City, as Fryer will take that pitch for a ball and Mock taking off for second. 2-0 the count to Fryer. And Fryer's position on the scorecard actually matching his number. He's out in left field today. Left field number 7. Pitch taken inside for ball 3. You might think in the olden days that a lot of players, their numbers match their position number, but it was actually their spot in the batting order. 3-0 count on the way to Fryer. And he takes for a strike. And a good example of that would be those early Yankees teams back in the 1920s. Hence why Babe Ruth wore 3 and Lou Gehrig wore 4. And why there's a lot of single-digit numbers retired by the Yankees. 3-1 pitch. And that one chopped back up the middle over the head of the pitcher. Kelly charging in. And now it's the shortstop, Shervani, firing over. And Mock is going to take off for home. Eli Mock is in, standing up. And the Stars get the lead back. 3-2 in the bottom of the second. And it brings us back to the top of the order and Matt Bryant. That wind playing a factor here. It's going to be a very tricky task to try and field the ball, as we've seen the wind impact fielding for both these teams early on in this one. Bryant 0 for 1 reaching on an error as he shows bunt and pulls back, but the pitch finding the zone for strike 1. Fryer over at first with 2 down for Bryant. This next pitch for Heyman will be pitch number 30. 10 balls and 19 strikes making up his split. 0-1. And Bryant pops that one up very high out towards center. And Leo Fleischacker is going to make the catch for out number 3. So that's going to do it for the second inning, as 1 run comes across on 1 hit, 1 left on base. 3-2 your score. The Stars up on top over Tri-City Red. And to the third we go. Don't go anywhere. Some good baseball on Magnitude Sports, and we'll be back in a jiffy.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
Life is busy, and we all get distracted from time to time. But at Starion, they work hard to keep what's important to me in focus. They are continually upgrading their technology, so I can spend more time playing and less time banking. And although I can do almost all of my banking away from the branch, visiting my banker in person puts a smile on my face and reminds me they're always there for me, ready to help.
All right, welcome back. About to start the 30 minute of play between Tri-City Red and the Post 400 Stars. Eric Youngson with Magnitude Sports. And I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in today. Here bright and early, at least for baseball standards, 3:01, just hitting the 3 o'clock mark out in Fargo, North Dakota. It's going to be the leadoff man, Connor Cervani, leading things off. Cervani 0 for 1, striking out his first time up. Cervani, Kleppe, and Heyman, the three scheduled to hit, as the pitch comes in from Logan Sullivan, in for strike one. 26 pitches for Sullivan through his first 2 innings of work. Now up to 28, 12 balls and 16 strikes the split. We're also about 30 minutes into this game as well. 29 minutes gone. And it's been a good one thus far. 1-run game, 3-2. Sullivan's pitch, a fastball taken high for ball 2. Sullivan deals again. 2-1 in the zone for a strike. Count back to even. 2-2. That one hit over towards second. Bryant fielding the grounder over to first for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down.
Third baseman.
And it brings up Cooper Kleppe. Kleppe 0 for 1, striking out his first time up. For Logan Sullivan, he has 2 strikeouts on the game, and those 2 the first batters he faced of the game. First pitch on the way to Kleppe, who takes for strike 1. Fastball catching the low part of the zone. Oh, 1 from the windup, and Kleppe takes for a ball. And thus far, through the first 4 half innings of play, at least 1 run has come across. As Kleppe takes for ball 2. 1 apiece for Tri-City, and then 2 in the bottom of the first and 1 in the bottom of the second for post 400. 2-1 pitch taken for ball 3. Kleppe out ahead of the count, looking to be the first base runner of the third. Starting pitcher Tanner Heyman in the on-deck circle. 3-1 pitch taken for ball 4, and Kleppe will walk.
Pitcher Tanner Heyman.
So that does bring up Tanner Heyman, and Heyman has got 1 on with 1 down. That walk, the second walk of the game for Sullivan. Tanner Heyman, who did some damage his first time up, he's 1 for 1 with a home run. Taking the first pitch for strike 1. The first pitch he saw in his last at-bat, he cranked hard, looked to be for extra bases, but it was foul. And then just straightening it out a little bit, dropping that one over by the Valley Landscaping sign at Starion. Count even to Heyman. One pitch. Taken for a ball. I don't know if it's just me, but compared to last year, seems like I'm seeing a few more home runs this year. All across the board. Watching games out in North Dakota, Minnesota, Nebraska, South Dakota. Sullivan checking on Kleppe over at first. Not to say that there wasn't home runs last year, there certainly were. But it seems to be a slightly more frequent occurrence as Heyman fouls it off to even the count. Two on the way. And it's up high for ball 3. Of course, the FM tournament, we saw a lot of coverage out at Matson Field at Moorhead last year. There's games at Matson Field this year as the runner goes. Pitch on the way. Popped up very high and foul. Heyman fouls off the full count pitch and will stay in the box. And Kleppe, who's ready to steal second, will have to head back over to first. It was actually only about 11 months ago, actually, that tournament. It was one of the last rounds of games I did for Post 400 last season. Back in late July. Now in late June, soon to be early July. Payoff pitch, survey says, line shot out towards left field and foul. That one rolling all the way to the wall. Oh boy, when Heyman connects, it goes a long ways. Sullivan and the Stars looking to get him out here in the top of the third. Here's another payoff pitch as the runner takes off. Taken for strike three. Throw over to second. And beating the tag is Kleppe. So they'll trade the out for the base right there, as it's the third Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout of the game for Logan Sullivan.
Center fielder Leo Fleischhacker.
And it brings up Leo Fleischhacker. Fleischhacker is 0 for 1, flying out to Matt Bryant his first time up. Cooper Kleppe over at second base. First pitch chopped on for strike one. Talked about the trend of runs scoring in this game, one in every half inning. It's going to be a close one here as the cleanup man is in the box with a runner in scoring position, but he's looking at an 0-2 count. Sullivan out ahead at 0-2. Pitch on the way, breaking ball, hard grounder over towards third, knocked down by Mock, and he'll hold up on the throw. Kleppe safe over at third, Fleischhacker safe over at first.
Catcher Maddox Folska.
That brings up Maddox Folska. Chalk that up as a single for Leo Fleischhacker. He's now 1 for 2. Runners on the corners for Maddox Folska. Folska 0 for 1, reaching on an error his first time up. And so still some danger looms here. Tri-City starting to maybe mount a 2-out rally of sorts as the first pitch comes in and is taken for strike one. They trail the game here in the top of the third. 3-2 your score. Oh, 1 from Sullivan. Runner goes. Big chop for strike two. Crescent's throw on the way over to second. And Fleischhacker beating the tag. Now 2 in scoring position and another 0-2 count. A couple of stolen bases here in the inning for Tri-City. Next pitch, number 50 for Sullivan. And it's taken for a ball. Breaking ball just missing the zone. Folska able to lay off. You have to imagine a lot of those catchers probably have good batting eyes, as they see more pitches than anyone else on the field. 1-2 pitch taken for ball 2. At least that is a rough theory of mine, a hypothesis of sorts. I might have to do some research on that. 2's across the board. Pitch on the way, and it's taken for strike 3. Sullivan gets him looking for another Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, and that's going to do it for the top of the third. 2 left on for Tri-City as they notch 1 hit, no runs, and it's 2-3 your score. The Stars up on top over Tri-City Red. And we'll be back with the bottom of the third inning. Chayton Sen, Easton Rarick, and Drew Rarick due up right after this.
Score update from West Fargo. In the bottom half of the second inning.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
All right, welcome back About to start the bottom of the third inning. You have a few score updates to give you. Action all around the FM area for the FM tournament. Out in West Fargo, it's West Fargo and Bloomington in the bottom of the second. And Bloomington leads West Fargo 3-1. And then over in Moorhead leading Sioux Falls 3-1. That one also in the bottom of the second. Bottom of the third getting started with the first pitch from Heyman. And it's taken for a ball by Chayton Sen. Sen 1 for 1 with a double in this game. And would end up coming home to score as well. He drove home Bryant on the double and then would be driven home on the very next at-bat as Sen fouls it off. Count at 1-1. Also had an outfield assist out in right field back in the second inning. 1-1 taken for ball 2. Chayton Sen, Easton Rarick, and Drew Rarick, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for the Stars. 2-1 pitch, and Sen pops it up into the afternoon sky, and it's going to be Jack Kelly making the catch for out number 1 over at second base. Brings up Easton Rarick, who is also 1 for 1 with that aforementioned double. About 40 minutes into this ball game, 39 minutes gone. For Tanner Heyman, he's on 34 pitches on the game, 12 balls and 22 strikes. First pitch to Rarick, a chopper down the line and fell. 0-1. For those that missed during the early part of our action here, or during pregame as well, there will be 2 post-400 games at Starion today, the one right now, as well as one scheduled to start at 7:30, and we'll bring you coverage of both of them. So we will take a step back here, set up a separate stream, as there will be a game in between this one and the next post-400 game. But we will be bringing you coverage of post-400 baseball all tournament long on Magnitude Sports. Count is at 1-2 to Rarick. Heyman from the windup looking for out number 2. Rarick takes for a ball. Count even. Now the 2-2 on the way. As Rarick chops that one on the ground. Going to be a tough play for Heyman over at the pitcher position. And an underhand toss over to first for out number 2. Brings up Drew Rarick.
First baseman, Drew Rarick.
Rarick is 0 for 1, grounding out his first time up. He's got the bases empty with 2 down. First pitch to Rarick. Part of the 1-2 Rarick punch as Rarick takes for ball 1. (1-0) on the way. Fastball taken for a strike. And Rarick checking his swing for strike 2. 1-2 the count now to Drew Rarick. Heyman looking to get out of the inning. Bottom of the third hanging in the balance. 1-2 on the way. And it's taken for strike 3. Heyman gets him. Got him looking for a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, and that's going to do it for the bottom of the third. 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no nothing. And we'll start the top of the fourth in a brief moment. A few words from your sponsors, and we'll be right back. Eric Tiongson here with Magnitude Sports. Back in a moment after this. All right, welcome back. About to start the top of the fourth. 3 innings in the books, and the score remains 3-2. The Post 400 Stars up on top over Tri-City Red. It's going to be Lane Bennett leading things off. It's Lane Bennett, Brandon Cook, and Jake Henrich, the 3 scheduled to hit the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Tri-City. Bennett 0 for 0, walking his first time up. 1 of 2 walks issued by Sullivan as he swings and fouls off the first pitch. And that one carrying out over the backstop and dropping. I'd like to thank a few of our sponsors as well. Buffalo Wild Wings, Runnings, Touchmark, Knickerbocker, and Starion Bank. Bennett will settle back into the box. 0-1 from Sullivan, and that one hit very high out towards the depths of the infield. And Bryant will move in and make the catch for out number 1. The flyout will bring up Brandon Cook. Brandon Cook 0 for 1, reaching on an error his first time up. For Logan Sullivan, now on 54 pitches on the game, 22 balls and 32 strikes. Sullivan's first pitch fouled off. And game 2 of these Stars, as I alluded to in the previous half inning, will be against the Southeast Twins. Once again scheduled to start at 7:30 as that one is flared out towards left field. On the run and snagging it is Job Fryer. Nice catch by Job Fryer for out number 2. That one looked like for a moment it was about to drop, but Fryer getting on his horse and at the last possible moment snagging it. Brings up Jake Henrich. Henrich 0 for 1, flying out to right his first time up. 2 down and the base is empty for Henrich. Who's over at first base today for Tri-City. First pitch in, a chop for strike 1. Oh, 1. Sullivan's fastball up and in for strike 2. Painting the corners right there, and now just 1 strike away from sending this game to halftime. 0-2, and he got him. Strike 3, another Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Logan Sullivan. He got him on 3 pitches, and we're halfway through. 1, 2, 3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no nothing, and it's going to be Hayden Crescent, Grant Matter, and Eli Mock, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, coming up right after this here on Magnitude Sports. It's the Stars and Tri-City Red.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
All right, we're back. Quick transition between half innings as the first pitch comes in to Hayden Crescent for ball 1. Crescent 0 for 1, grounding out his first time up. Crescent, Matter, and Mock, the 3 scheduled to hit. What is a 3-2 ball game. A lot of offense in the first 2 innings, but bats have settled down just a tiny bit here as there have been 0 runs over the past 3 half frames. Crescent taking for ball 2. Tanner Heyman on 45 pitches now, 17 balls, 28 strikes. And here's the 2-0. Fastball, that one belted out towards the outfield, carrying out towards the gap as that gap is going to be closed by Cook for out number 1. Nice catch by Brandon Cook. And it brings up Grant Matter.
Designated hitter, Grant Matter.
Matter, the DH here in game 1 for Post 400, and Matter is 0 for 1, striking out his first time up. Of course, we see Matter over at second base a lot too. First pitch from Heyman, in for strike 1. Five combined runs between these two teams, 5 combined hits as well, and 5 combined errors. 5s across the board as Matter flares that one out towards shallow left field, and giving way is Kleppe for Shervani as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Third baseman,
Apologies, it's Connor Shervani. I keep saying the wrong pronunciation there, as I've had ample opportunities to hear the PA announcer say it, as well as get the pronunciation given to me beforehand. So apologies to Mr. Shervani, as I will try my best to refer to him as that from now on. Mock fouling off the first pitch, count at 0-1. Although I will say, it's not as embarrassing as the moment I had yesterday over at the Fusion game, learning that I'd been pronouncing one of the Fusion players' names wrong the whole time, as Mock will ground that over to Shervani over at short, and he makes the throw. Nice stretch by Jake Henrich for out number 3. So that's going to do it for the 4th. It's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no nothing, as we take it towards the 5th. Back with more baseball and hopefully some better pronunciations in a moment on Magnitude Sports.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new, fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford truck giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
All right, we're back. 3-2 your score. The Post 400 Stars up on top over Tri-City Red as we start the 5th inning. And it's going to be Jack Kelly, the number 9 hitter, leading things off. Kelly 0 for 1, flying out to Chayton Sen out in right field, his first trip to the plate. Next pitch will be number 60 for Sullivan, as it's a fastball taken low for ball 1. Kelly, Shervani, and Kleppe, the 3 scheduled to hit, the 9, 1, and 2 batters. 1-0, that one fouled back into the screen. Count even. Sullivan working from the windup, and his pitch taken outside and low for ball 2. The classic hitter's count now at 2-1 to Jack Kelly. 4th pitch of the at-bat is going to be chopped over towards short. Rarick charging in, fielding on the hop, throw over to first for out number 1. 1 down for the top of the order.
Shortstop Connor Shervani.
You have got to be kidding me, as now I'm hearing Shervani again. So I'm going to stick with my gut and go with Shervani. There was a reason I paused there before saying his name. I just wanted to double check. I'd heard both, but we will officially go with Shervani as he takes the fastball for strike 1. You know, they talk about slumps for players. Maybe a bit of a mid-season rut for me as well in the pronunciation department. I'll have to watch some film of myself, maybe get back in the equivalent of a batting cage for whatever a broadcaster would do. Maybe do a lot of tongue twisters. 1-1 from Sullivan, and it's taken high for ball 2. 2-1 now to Connor Shervani. Sullivan firing again, and he gets a big chop for strike 2. Giovanni 0 for 2, striking out and grounding out. Two-two pitch on the way. Outside for ball 3, and it's a full count to the leadoff man. Cooper Kleppe on deck. Payoff pitch. Survey says ball 4. Giovanni will walk. Leadoff man reaching base for the first time today as it brings up Kleppe.
Baseman Cooper Kleppe.
Kleppe 0 for 1, striking out and walking his last time up. Giovanni getting a lead over at first base. And right on cue, Sullivan get a check on the runner as he quickly fires back over to the bag. First pitch to Kleppe. Kleppe on the ground over towards short. Rarick fielding over to second to get the lead runner, and they got him. Second out of the inning as Kleppe will be safe over at first. Chalked it up as a fielder's choice for Cooper Kleppe.
Pitcher Tanner Heyman.
Brings up Tanner Heyman. Heyman 1 for 2 with the home run, opening the scoring in this game, and then striking out his last time up. 1 of 2 runs for Tri-City in what is still a very tightly contested game between these two. Both these teams looking to start off the FM tournament on the right foot. But of course, that's the beauty of sports. There can only be one victor. First pitch, and Heyman takes for a ball. (1-0) from Sullivan. Fastball. Maybe a hint of movement on that pitch, actually, as that one is down in the turf for ball 2. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Taken for ball 3. Leo Fleischhacker in the on-deck circle. (3-0) pitch. Taken low, ball 4, and Heyman will walk. 2 on with 2 down for Tri-City. Big at-bat right here.
Center fielder Leo Fleischhacker.
Leo Fleischhacker is 1 for 2, flying out and then singling his last time up. 2 on with 2 down here in the top of the 5th. First pitch taken for strike 1. Sullivan finding the zone. A 1 from Sullivan. That one tapped into the ground and foul, rolling back towards the backstop wall. Quick 0-2 count. Sullivan looking for a very important third out right here. Fleischhacker looking to keep the inning alive, and he got him swinging. Another Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Logan Sullivan. And it was officially a drop third strike, but it's going to be a mere formality, as that's going to do it here for the top of the 5th. 2 left on for Tri-City, none coming across, and your score remains 3-2. The Post 400 Stars leading Tri-City Red. Eric Jackson here with Magnitude Sports, and we'll be back with more baseball in a moment, right after a few words from your sponsors.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? from office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
And just like that, we're back. A quick moving game here as we approach the bottom of the 5th. Not even an hour into this one. 59 minutes gone. Your local time, 3:32. This is going to be Oliver Lucht leading things off. Lucht, Fryer, and Bryant, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters scheduled to come up for post 400 as Lucht takes for ball 1. For Tanner Heyman, he has 51 pitches on the game now, 18 balls, 33 strikes. Lucht 0 for 1, flying out his first time up. So far, it looks like no changes here for either team around the diamond as Lucht sends that one out towards center field. And it's going to be caught. Leo Fleischhacker making the catch for out number 1 at exactly the 1 hour mark. And it brings up the next man, Joe Fryer. Fryer 0 for 1, reaching on an error his first time up. Offensive blitz here to start off, with all 5 runs in the game coming in the first 2 innings. But since then, both these pitchers and defenses really settling in. First pitch Fryer takes away for ball 1. And for Tanner Heyman, he's been a very efficient pitcher, with only 53 here through 4 1/3 innings pitched. Count is at 2-0 to Fryer. Fryer making a nice catch out in left field earlier on in the game. 2-0, Fryer takes for ball 3. With Bryant on deck. And Fryer takes for ball 4. Fryer walking on 4 pitches. It's 1 on and 1 down for the leadoff man.
Second baseman, Matt Bryant.
Bryant 0 for 2, reaching on an error and then flying out his last time up. That fly ball out towards center field. From the stretch, first pitch to Bryant, and it catches the outside part of the zone for strike 1. 0-1 to the second baseman. Who will settle back into the box. Oh, 1 outside for a ball. Heyman working from the stretch, mindful of the runner, Fryer, and right on cue, firing over towards first. Ball coming out of the glove of the first baseman, Henrich. Chayton Sen in the on-deck circle. 1-1. Taken high and away for ball 2. Fryer resuming his lead over at first. 2-1 pitch up the middle and a diving attempt by Shervani as it just gets by the shortstop. It'll be the first hit of the game for Matt Bryant. He's aboard with a single and it puts on 2.
Right fielder, Chayton Sen.
Chayton Sen up next. Sen 1 for 2, of course, driving home Bryant with his RBI double back in the first, and then would end up being driven home by Easton Rarick with his RBI double. Sen 1 for 2 with that double and then a fly out. Fryer over at second, Bryant over at first. Bunt being shown and Sen pulls back in time as that one is high for ball 1. Still just a one-run game here. It's still anyone's game with a few half innings left. It's going to be a very important few at-bats for both these teams coming up. 1-0, in for a strike. Heyman from the stretch again. 1-1 popped up very high and carrying out a play. That one dropping just behind the Stars dugout and now rolling around in the bleachers, tumbling down the stairs. All the way down to the bottom. And it rests there as a post 400 player will go pick it up and toss it back to the dugout and nearly hitting someone in the head. It was Oliver Lucht who nearly got pelted. 1-2 pitch. High and in for ball 2. Count even to Sen. One down and the organ coming into play. Two dropped in for strike 3. Nice pitch by Heyman. It's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout and your second out of the inning. Brings up Easton Rarick.
Easton Rarick.
And for Tanner Heyman, that is now his third strikeout of the game. Here is one half of the 1-2 Rarick punch in Easton. Of course, not the first time in the sport of baseball we've seen relatives hit back-to-back. First one that comes to mind is the Griffeys, Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr., who occasionally did that late in Sr.'s career as Rarick rips that one out towards right field. And digging for home is Fryer to try and pad the lead. Fryer on the way and he's safe. It's the second RBI of the game for Easton Rarick. Bryant safe over at third.
First baseman Drew Rarick.
And it brings up Drew Rarick, the other Rarick. Rarick 0 for 2 grounding out and striking out. But a fun story about those Griffies is they once actually hit back-to-back and hit back-to-back home runs. One of the coolest moments in this sport's history, in my opinion. Just the sheer oddity and coincidence of it. Really special moment between those two, and we'll see if we can have back-to-back Rarick RBIs as Matt Bryant is over at third, Easton Rarick over at first for Drew Rarick. And he's looking at an 0-1 count. That Rarick hit making it a 4-2 ball game, doubling the lead for post 400. Heyman firing in the fastball inside for strike 2. Looking to end the 5th right here. Tanner Heyman not concerned with family ties as he's trying to turn things back over to the Tri-City Bats. 0-2 and he got him. The family ties severed. Tanner Heyman with another Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, and that's going to do it here for the 5th inning. 2 left on here and 1 scoring as we're through 5. And your score 4-2. The post 400 Stars leading Tri-City Red. Back with the top of the 6th, Maddox Folska, Lane Bennett, and Brandon Cook, the 3 scheduled to hit the 5, 6, and 7 batters coming up right after this.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
And we're back Live on Magnitude Sports, Eric Tiongson here with you as we bring opening coverage of the FM tournament. And speaking of the FM tournament, we have a few score updates as well out in West Fargo. Bloomington and West Fargo tied 3-3 in the bottom of the fourth, and in the bottom of the third, Moorhead taking a big lead over Sioux Falls, 12-1 your score in that one. Some action across the FM area here in what should be a very fun tournament here in the middle of summer, as the first pitch to Maddox Folska will be taken for strike one. Logan Sullivan back out on the mound for inning number 6 of pitching. Up to 78 pitches on the game now. 32 balls, 46 strikes, as pitch number 79 is taken to even the count. Folska 0 for 2, reaching on an error and then a strikeout in his previous at-bat. 1-1 hit the other way, carrying out towards right field, and just foul. By maybe the width of the baseball, it drops foul. And Folska will go back into the box. Game of inches. One-two pitch. And that one also tapped foul. Folska getting a piece and able to stay in the box. Lane Bennett in the on-deck circle, and you can see him grabbing that ball right there as he prepares himself, and what a pitch by Sullivan for strike 3. Breaking ball got him looking for the first out of the inning.
Right fielder Lane Bennett.
Sullivan now with 7 Buffalo Wild Wings strikeouts on the game, as it brings up Lane Bennett, who's 0 for 1, walking and then flying out. Good battle here between Sullivan and Heyman on the mound. Sullivan's first pitch chopped on for a strike. Oh, 1. That one flared out of play and foul. And foul ball, not quite as close as the previous foul ball. Seen a few close calls, and of course we'll have our fair share of foul balls going out of play and creating a nice long run for whoever has to go hunt them down. 0-2 taken away for ball 1 to Bennett. One down here with the bases empty in the top of the 6th. Sullivan's 1-2 from the windup. Fastball taken low. Bennett watches that one near the ankle region, and it evens the count. Of course, the strike zone officially defined at the knees, as that pitch is also just below the knees for ball 3. The modern strike zone was actually defined only as recently in the mid-90s by Major League Baseball. Payoff pitch on the way, chopper, foul. Of course, back in the very early days of the sport, batters could actually request if they wanted a high or low pitch, as the job of the pitcher was a lot more like an intramural softball hurler, to just try and give them a nice hittable pitch. Of course, the sport evolving a lot since then. But that was something I learned a few days ago. Payoff pitch again, that one just over the head of Bryant, dropping for a base hit. Lane Bennett aboard with his first hit of the game. He's now 1 for 2.
Left fielder Brandon Cook.
And it brings up Brandon Cook. Of course, the strike zone is also a fascinating thing because it is actually technically a 3-dimensional object. Of course, when you watch baseball on, say, ESPN, for example, they'll have a strike zone superimposed over the plate. But that is only a flat 2D object, so sometimes you might see pitches that look like they're in or out of the zone, and you might think that they're called incorrectly, but it is important to remember that just because a pitch might start at the front of the zone somewhere, it does not mean that it'll end up there, as that is a tough play over for Rarick at first, and they get the lead runner. Drew Rarick going over and firing over to second for the second out of the inning. Cook will be safe over at first on the fielder's choice. 2 down and 1 on for Jake Henrich. Henrich, who's 0 for 2, flying out and then striking out. First pitch to the first baseman, and he takes low for ball 1. But if you're curious to learn more about the strike zone, I highly recommend the YouTube channel Foolish Baseball. They just dropped a fantastic video on umpiring and the strike zone. That's where I learned a lot of this information. I highly recommend you check it out if you're a baseball fan. 1-1 to Henrich. Sullivan from the stretch. Fastball, that one popped out. Sent out towards center field as Lucht will track back and make the catch for out number 3. So we are through 5.5 now, 1 left on base. Your score remains 4-2, a 2-run lead for the Stars as we head over towards the bottom of the 6th, and we'll be back with more baseball in a moment. Eric Tiokson with Magnitude Sports, and don't go anywhere. Good game, and we'll be back with more in a moment.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
All right, welcome back. Starring on Bankfield, Fargo, North Dakota, the FM tournament. It's the Stars and Tri-City Red. Bottom of the 6th, 4-2 your score, and Hayden Cresson will be leading things off. Cresson 0 for 2, grounding out and flying out as he swings at the first pitch for strike 1. Hayden Cresson, Grant Matter, and Eli Mock, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, scheduled to step into the box. That last pitch, number 70 for Heyman. As that'll be grounded up the middle back towards Tanner Heyman, who will just flick it on over to first into the glove of Henrich for out number 1. Brings up the DH, Grant Matter. For Grant Matter, he's 0 for 2, striking out and then flying out his last time up. First pitch fouled off, 0-1. Oh, 1 from Heyman. That one taken up in the zone to even the count. Now the 1-1. Fastball looks like Matter just got a piece of it off the tip of his bat. But with a 1-strike count, it'll go down as strike 2 with the foul ball. Umpire going to check in on Folska, who might have gotten a piece of the foul tip. Looks to be okay, always good to see. Now the 1-2. That one dribbled foul over towards the Tri-City dugout. Bit of friendly fire there. Actually, just kidding. That's not how friendly fire works. Getting my teams mixed around for a second. Now the 1-2. And he got him! Tanner Heyman got him for out number 2, a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. And it brings up Eli Mock.
Third baseman Eli Mock.
Mock into the box. He's 0 for 1, walking and then grounding out his last time up. For Tanner Heyman, that is 5th strikeout of the game. 5 for him and 7 for Sullivan. First pitch, Mock takes, strike 1. Oh, 1 on the way. And that one is shot foul. Henrich chasing after it for a brief moment. he will get it ball passed back to him. Actually back towards the Stars dugout. So puts the count at 0-2. And Mock will take for a ball. One-two pitch on the way, popped up and also foul. That previous foul ball, not the one you just saw, but the one before, was actually grabbed by Colby Hansen, who was warming up, playing catch with someone. And if I have a theory, I'd say Hansen might be catching in game 2, as Mock sends that one up the middle for a base hit. A 2-out single for Eli Mock. First hit of the game for Mock, puts one on for Oliver Lucht.
Center fielder Oliver Lucht.
Lucht is 0 for 2, flying out his first 2 times up. And I couldn't quite catch a glimpse of who the player was that Hansen was playing catch with, but we have seen Hansen over at catcher a fair amount of time, so I'd have to imagine that maybe the man he was tossing with will be taking the mound later tonight at 7:30 as the first pitch comes into Lucht for strike 1. After Oliver Lucht, it'll be Job Fryer. Oh, 1, runner goes. Big chop for strike 2. Throw one over to second base and a head-first slide. And Mock is safe over at second. Heyman looking to end the 6th right here with an 0-2 count. Oh, 2 pitch. Hit hard over towards second. Kelly fielding the grounder. And that's going to do it here for the 6th inning. 4-3 ground out as one will be left on. And we head towards the 7th. It's do or die time for Tri-City. Top of the 7th upcoming. It's going to be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters. Kelly, Shervani, and Kleppe scheduled to hit. They need 2 to keep the game going and 3 to take the lead. We'll see if they can do just that. Exciting finish coming up on Magnitude Sports after this.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
All right, welcome back. 4-2 your score. The Stars leading Tri-City Red as we approach the top of the 7th inning. Jack Kelly into the box leading things off as he swings at the first pitch for strike 1 for Logan Sullivan. He's on 94 pitches on the game, looking to finish what he started. 37 balls and 57 strikes, the tally for him. 0-1 fastball taken to even the count, and Sullivan has been masterful in his start thus far as he allowed 1 in the first and 1 in the second, but lockdown since then, and 7 strikeouts to go along with that. Good pitch in for strike 2. 1-2 to Jack Kelly, the second baseman. Sullivan's pitch fouled off. Kelly able to stay alive. Count at 1-2. And Sullivan got him. Strikeout number 8. And it's 1 down in the top of the 7th.
Shortstop Connor Shervani.
Brings up Connor Shervani, who's 0 for 2, striking out, grounding out, and walking. Leadoff man has the bases empty with 1 away. First pitch. Taken high for a ball. 1-0. Cooper Kleppe on deck. Sullivan missing inside for ball 2. And that last pitch, number 100 for Logan Sullivan. Now 60 balls and 40 strikes, breaking that century mark. Here's the 2-0, and it's a fastball catching the outer part of the zone for the first strike of the at-bat. Classic hitter's count at 2-1. Fourth pitch of the at-bat. That one hit hard over towards short. Rarick picking and firing over to first for out number 2. And just like that, it brings up Cooper Kleppe, who is the last hope here for Tri-City. Kleppe 0 for 2, striking out, walking, and then reaching on a fielder's choice. And he's got to reach base to try and keep Tri-City alive. Coach Fickner trotting out to the mound as well as the infield coming in. Sullivan on 102 pitches on the game here. And we'll see what exactly happens as it looks like he's going to hand the ball off. So that's going to do it for Logan Sullivan, who had himself a day out on the mound. Sullivan, the starting pitcher, going 6 2/3 innings, throwing 102 pitches, allowing 2 runs, 1 earned, as well as 8 strikeouts, 3 hits, and 4 walks. A very strong start for Logan Sullivan, and it looks like it's going to be Easton Rarick coming in to try and close this one out. Rarick will rump up on the bump. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Rarick versus Kleppe right after this.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
All right, welcome back to Starry on Bankfield, Fargo, North Dakota, the FM tournament on Magnitude Sports. Eric Tiongson alongside with you as Rarick has just concluded his warm-ups. We have a few changes around the diamond. Rarick over from short to the mound, Bryant over from second to short, and then Colby Hansen coming in to play second base. Hour 27 gone here, 2 down in the top of the 7th for Cooper Kleppe. Kleppe who's 0 for 2, striking out, walking, and reaching on a fielder's choice. And he will settle in here. Stars looking to start off the tournament on the right foot. And they're 1 out away from doing just that as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. One and 0. Rarick from the windup. Pitch taken for ball 2. Tanner Heyman in the on-deck circle. Heyman with a solo shot back in the first inning, opening the scoring. 1 of 2 runs for Tri-City. 2-0 pitch finding the zone for a strike. Two-1 from Rarick. Fastball taken for ball 3. Rarick's 3-1. And it's taken in the zone for strike 2, and it's a full count with the game on the line. Payoff pitch. Survey says, fly out towards center. On the move is Lucht, and he makes the catch. And that's going to do it. Oliver Lucht making the catch, and your final score here on Magnitude Sports, 4-2.
Nothing across. Your final score in game
The
one.
Post 400 Stars get off on a good start here at the FM tournament. 4-2 your score. The Stars scoring 2 in the bottom of the first, 1 in the bottom of the second, and then an insurance run in the bottom of the fifth.
5 p.m.
Game 2 scheduled to start at about 5 p.m., but that will not be one of our games, as that is going to be a game in between. So we're going to shut down this stream and have a new one set up for the scheduled 7:30 game between Post 400 and the Southeast Twins. So once again, 7:30 will be back in action. The Stars taking on the Southeast Twins in Game 2 of the FM tournament. But for Eric Tiongson here on Magnitude Sports, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in today. And as always, I hope each and every one of you had as much fun watching this game as I had doing it. One final time, your final score, the Post 400 Stars 4, the Tri-City Red 2. And that's going to do it. We'll be right back at 7:30 and hope to see you all again soon.
Has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.